Hey, what is happening, guys? This is Rules for Rebels back with episode 38 of Side Hustle Tuesdays. Oh, I'm so annoyed right now. I just finished filming this episode or taping this episode, and at the very end, I realized that I never hit record. So here we go for the second time around. Today's story is a fun one. It's about a guy who makes an extra $1,000 to $1,500 a month with a niche Instagram profile. And it's kind of funny, I actually met today's side hustler through paying him to run some shout-outs and paid or sponsored posts on his Instagram profile. For any of you guys who aren't aware what that is, if somebody has a large Instagram following, you can pay them to either give you a shout-out or post a picture of your brand. And it's actually one of the hottest forms of advertising right now, like influencer marketing. And if anybody's interested in getting into this on the side of being a brand advertising or being an influencer getting paid to advertise, you can contact people individually and do this, or there's some sites out there that can help you get into this. A couple that come to mind are FameBit, Grapevine Logic, and Intellifluencer. Now, what's kind of cool about today's side hustle is it is truly that, a side hustle and nothing more, and that's completely fine. What I also like about today's story is how today's side hustler, Brian, truly just stumbled upon this hustle through dumb luck. Today's story is about Brian from Grand Rapids, Michigan. By day, Brian works at a physical rehabilitation office, and by night, he's taking classes to become a physical therapist, which is actually a very in-demand and very lucrative career space right now. Brian also, however, runs a niche Instagram profile about marijuana or weed, weed profile. He posts funny memes, short videos, vines, pictures of weed plants, nugs, pipes, etc. The best part of this story is how it started about a year back. Brian had a personal Instagram profile he used, and he liked posting weed pictures and stuff like that and memes. However, he was Instagram friends with his younger sister and a couple coworkers, so he didn't really want to be posting the weed memes and stuff like that for them to see. So basically what he did, he wound up setting up a burner or a throwaway Instagram profile to post that type of stuff separate from his personal profile. And he never really had any intention of turning it into anything. It was just a fun little thing he did. He also had no background and really no interest in internet marketing or making money online. A few weeks in, however, he noticed that the profile was gaining followers quickly, and he thought that was kind of cool, but again, didn't really think much about it. About 6 months in, the profile had grown to 500,000 followers, 500,000 followers, and he began to get inquiries from people who, some wanted to actually buy the profile from him for several $1,000s. Other people wanted to pay him for shout-outs or sponsored posts, vaporizer companies, weed t-shirt companies, rolling paper companies, wanted to pay him to post pictures of their products to, marketing, basically, advertising. Now again, Brian had no background and no experience in affiliate marketing or anything like that, so this was all completely new to him. He began developing a bit more of an interest in trying to monetize the profile as it grew. He read some Reddit posts, he watched some YouTube videos, read some blogs, and at one point he said he even bought a course on Instagram, which he said was terrible and a waste of money, but he slowly picked up the ins and outs of monetizing an Instagram profile. Brian started out doing shout-outs and paid posts. He said the most he's ever gotten for a single post was $500. However, more often than not, he gets about $25 for a mention or a shout-out and averages about $10 to $20 a month. So that's an extra, $250 to $500 per month in shout-outs. Brian also wound up joining a couple affiliate programs for vape shops, weed t-shirt companies, and other things like that. And he rotates those links into his profile bio, which is where you can have a clickable link on Instagram. For any of you guys who don't spend a lot of time on Instagram, unlike Pinterest and a lot of other things where each post can have a clickable link, on Instagram you're only able to have a clickable link in your bio, which is why a lot of times on Instagram posts you'll see link in bio mentioned below a post. So Brian would rotate some of his best performing affiliate programs into his bio. He said those typically pay out about another $500 per month, which brings Brian's earnings off this Instagram account to about $1,000 a month. On a good month, if he's selling a lot of product or getting a lot of conversions through the affiliate marketing and getting a lot of shout outs, he said it's not uncommon for him to make upwards of $1,500 a month. I asked Brian if he had a blog or other social profiles, and he said yes, he has locked down the same social media name or the same handle on all the major social networks. He also owns a .com and does have a small blog or website, but he said honestly there's not much content up there. I asked Brian if he had any interest in growing this into something larger, maybe starting a private label brand, starting a t-shirt company, or trying to scale it and grow it larger, and I thought his response was interesting. Brian told me I was not the first person to suggest this or come out with his own line of vape pen or t-shirts. He said he's had friends suggest that as well, but he's not really looking to be an entrepreneur. Brian said he's going to school to be a physical therapist. He loves his job. He loves the industry. It's very promising. He's already put a couple years of his time and a significant amount of money into his studies, and that's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to be an entrepreneur. Brian also said, could I grow this into something larger, like a private label brand? I probably could. Even keeping it as affiliate marketing and Instagram, I could probably easily squeeze out an extra $1,000 to $1,500 per month if I put more time into it and took it more seriously, but I'm not really looking to do that. Brian basically told me he's already fairly busy with his job and his studies. He enjoys his weekends and his free time. He's not really looking to put any more time into this business, and he's pretty happy with the extra $1,000 it puts into his pocket every month as is. That's an extra $12,000 to maybe $13,000, $14,000 per year. Brian tries to invest about half of it, and in addition to stocks, he mentioned it's allowed him to get into Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies. He said he probably would not have gotten into those things if he wasn't playing with free money, but it's worked out well and made him even more money. And that's one thing about side hustle money. You know, because it's money outside of your normal job, it's not money that you rely on. Something good that happens a lot of times is people feel like it's free money, so they're willing to either invest it into another business or invest it in general, which is something people may not otherwise be able to do or wind up doing. He said with the rest of the money, it's basically play money. He and his girlfriend can grab a nice meal out once or twice a month. He can buy himself an Xbox game every now and again and maybe take an extra vacation or two per year. And he said if he's feeling generous, he'll every now and again pick up a bar tab for him and his friends. What I found very cool and also interesting about Brian's story is we often hear about people who want to be entrepreneurs. Brian, by his own admission, doesn't really want to be an entrepreneur. He's quite content on his career path he's on, but he does like the extra money his hustle brings in. Brian doesn't need to grow this either. He's happy with the income it brings in for the amount of work that he currently puts in, and he's really pretty content keeping it there. What I really like about today's side hustle is it shows that not everything has to be turned into some full-fledged business. Not everything has to end with you starting a brand and sourcing product from China and investing in inventory. Not everything has to end with you leaving your day job. Some side hustles are just that, smaller time side hustles that can bring in some life-changing money without taking a ton of your time or really altering your life. Now, before we wrapped up our conversation, I asked Brian if someone else wanted to do something similar to what you're doing, what would you say to them? And also kind of asked him about the level of difficulty in getting something like this started. Brian said he knows it's going to sound cliche, but he said he really has no background in this stuff. He's not especially skilled with internet marketing or affiliate marketing. He said if he can do it, literally anyone can do it. He said, well, he realizes what he's doing, technically speaking, is internet marketing. He doesn't consider himself an internet marketer. He's never collected a single email. Well, he's heard the word thrown around a lot. He doesn't know what the hell a ClickFunnels is. He doesn't really blog. He just posts 2 Instagram posts per day. He said that he really thinks that's the key to his success. He said 365 days a year, whether it's Christmas, whether it's Easter, whether it's his sister's wedding, he still gets those 2 posts a day out. He said he's never used bots. He doesn't really have a big presence online outside of Instagram. And he said literally his secret to success is just being involved in a topic he's interested in and passionate about and posting consistently. He said he has some friends who've tried to copy his model. One buddy of his thought kayaking would be a profitable niche, and despite having no interest and no experience in kayaking himself, he decided to try to set up an Instagram profile about that. He said his buddy posted and lasted for about a whole 10 days before he got bored with the project and gave up. And he stressed that he started his profile just for fun and on a topic he was interested in, and it turned into something much larger, so he would encourage others to do the same. Anyhow, guys, that is today's episode of Side Hustle Tuesdays. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were inspired. And if you're looking for a low barrier to entry, no money required type of business or side hustle to start up, running an Instagram profile around a particular niche can be a great way to make a little side money. Anyhow, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's story of today's episode of Side Hustle Tuesdays. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I will catch you on the next video.